They love it when I turn up the bass.
Well, it started off as a very normal day for Pete Woodworth, pitching coach for the Seattle Mariners. It was a drive to the ballpark, but it all changed just a little bit with this question: can I drive your car? Pete, what are we driving today? What am I driving today?
This is a 2020 F-150. I got it this off season. My first truck was a black Ford Ranger, and I loved it. But this past off season, I was able to get it a little upgraded.
I love it. And now we're just going to truck ourselves to the ballpark if I can figure out how to put this in gear. Okay, should we go? Do you have any fear or trepidation sitting in the passenger seat of your own car?
No, I like this.
Are you sure?
I've never sat over here before.
It's just like you're being chauffeured. You've never sat over there before?
No.
That's not true. That can't possibly be true. I can't see. I can't, and when I say this, I can't see. These seats or these streets, they're a little narrow.
The streets are tight. I didn't realize the windows were this tinted when I got the car.
What do you mean you didn't realize that?
I just wanted to get my old truck back. I wanted a Black Pearl 2.0.
So there were certain things that you were willing to overlook to get the black truck. And now you realize you can't see out of the windows, you can't see on these streets. I feel like I need a booster seat already, and I am less than a block away from your place.
I can't see at night out the window.
I can't, well, it's a good thing we're not driving at night. You know what I'm really glad though? I'm really glad that we have set up the degree of difficulty with which we are working today, so that when I nail this drive,
Yeah.
I get like a 12 out of 10.
Seattle is a tough place to drive too. Coming from Florida, coming with
Yes. Yeah, there's a lot of things that make it challenging. Hills.
hills, yeah.
I had a stick shift right before I moved here, and I loved that car. That was my first car, and I traded that sucker in the minute I figured out how many hills there were in Seattle.
Parallel parking.
Parallel
hills.
parking, yeah. In this truck? I'm not gonna try to parallel park in this truck. Are you kidding me?
Let's not.
Let's not.
Nice day.
It is a gorgeous day. Also, why do you have Legos in your car?
Whew.
And is that the most random thing you have in your car?
Yeah, I don't think many people have hundreds of Legos. They probably have a couple pieces of them, but it's only a little bit of my son's collection. But I didn't have Legos growing up. I realize why my parents did not get Legos, because they are everywhere and they are not fun to step on.
But you literally never had Legos.
I didn't.
You knew of them because your friends had them?
Yeah, I'm sure I had some friends that had them. I don't know, maybe it just wasn't a thing in St. Pete in the early 90s. We were too busy outside
Well,
to play with Legos. My son got into them when he was 3, maybe. Fell in love with them, and it was just something that we could do together. He really enjoyed watching me build them and then breaking them as soon as I was done building them. And then I fell in love with them, and it became this, like doing a crossword puzzle or Sudoku. Like it was a brain teaser. Yeah, we just kind of built a whole Lego world in our back porch where he can go escape his little brother. And
Everybody needs an escape from a little brother.
Coming up next on Can I Drive Your Car?
Have you seen me flinching like 4 times? We have sat completely still, and there are these very large trucks coming around the corner. We are in the right spot, but boy, have they cut this corner like real close, and I have flinched about 5 times while sitting still.
Here's a little trivia question for you. Pete Woodworth played guitar and sang in a band. What was the name of the band? Here are your choices. Think it over quickly. We'll be back with the answer in a few. And now time for the answer to the question of the name of the band Pete Woodworth played in. The name was Botsko. And you, in fact, are listening to one of his songs, Aces High.
What is the biggest mess you've ever made in the car, like while driving? Like you tried to eat something or drink something that you probably shouldn't have attempted, but you did?
I used to drive out to spring training when I was coaching the minor leagues. We have 2 golden retrievers.
Okay.
I don't know if they can fly or can't fly. They've never flown. We just always drove them. Florida to Arizona in a Chevy Cruise
It's like a small car.
It's a
Two
small
large
car.
dogs.
It's a small car for 200-pound golden retrievers in the back seat. We had a great time, but we destroyed that car. Between the 2 dogs shedding and eating and having accidents.
Boy, doesn't that just make you want to jump in the car and go on a road trip?
We had a great time, but we got a family meal at Taco Bell in a drive-thru, and I was just kind of handing them tacos, and
You were handing the dogs tacos.
yeah, that was we ate together. They ate what I ate.
Pete, out of all the things that you could get, I don't know that I'm gonna pick tacos.
My dogs love tacos.
That might be great.
We were in Texas. That was the choice.
However, it is one of the messiest foods that you could try to eat.
Yeah, big mistake.
Yeah, So how long did the leftover taco remnants sit there before you had a chance to clean it up?
The entire Modesto Nuts season.
Ew, gross. Oh, gross.
I just left the car in Modesto. It was
That was it?
bad.
You were just done after that, huh? Is that the longest road trip you've ever taken?
We drove back from here to Florida.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, 2016, after our season in Clinton, my manager who I worked with in Clinton and Modesto and Little Rock, Mitch Canham, was presented the Coach of the Year award. So Shelby, my girlfriend at the time, we went out to Seattle, drove up. We got engaged
Yes.
on the Space Needle.
Oh,
The next morning, Mitch had his presentation, got his award, and then we drove home from here.
wow.
That was that's about as far as you can go in the continental U.S.
I don't know that you can drive any further than that.
Maybe all the way to Key West, but
I don't, wow.
Yeah, it was a long
That is
one.
a long drive. How long is that drive?
I don't know. But we were fresh off of being engaged and stuck in a car for 40, 50 hours.
And I think it proved that you made an awesome decision. Because that could have ended things really quickly.
Yeah, I guess that was the test.
Now, when you're on a road trip, I'm sure you have a playlist of songs. What are the top, I don't even want to say top 5. Give me 5 songs you know would be on your road trip playlist.
On a road trip or when we go on the road with the team during the season?
Whoa. I was not expecting this little twist. I was going to say simply on a road trip, but give me both.
Okay. On an actual road trip, we get in a Volkswagen van and we're going down the PCH. I'm going Blink-182, Sum 41,
Okay.
311, Seosin,
Oh.
and Incubus. Early 2000s punk rock, pop, punk. That was kind of where my music interest started. That's got me into wanting to play music, that genre, that time of my life. It's just it's one large happy memory. So all of that music Even hearing it today, like, just puts me in a good mood.
There's more with Mariners pitching coach Pete Woodworth when we come back on Can I Drive Your Car?
Sorry. Let me just make sure that you're still sitting there. That was a real short light, folks. My natural reaction. By the way, I don't know what I was going to do with that. Did you?
You stopped short.
That's my move. Hey,
Let's see how closely you were paying attention to the conversation, because Pete revealed the songs and the artists that would be on his road trip playlist. Do you remember what they were? Think quickly, and then we'll show you what you might have missed.
why do you have Legos in your car?
Whew,
And is that the most random thing you have in your car?
yeah, I don't think many people have hundreds of Legos. They probably have a couple
Hundreds of
pieces of them,
Legos?
but this is it's only a little bit of my son's collection, but he really enjoyed watching me build them and then breaking them as soon as I was done building them. He thought that was really fun.
Yes. So do you
Remains
do the
it.
big ones? Or do you just do like the little ones? Because they have
We've
like
done them all.
8,000 piece sets.
I haven't done a house-sized one yet, but we've done some big ones. We did the Millennium Falcon. We've done the
Okay.
DeLorean. Yeah, we just kind of built a whole Lego world in our back porch where he can go escape his little brother. And
Everybody needs an escape from their
Yeah.
little brother. It really sounds like that would be a gigantic mess at times.
oh yeah.
Here's the songs that Pete would listen to on a road trip. Would they make the cut on your list?
How close were you to not pursuing baseball and pursuing music instead?
Very close. I had the going to University of South Florida to play baseball in college, or driving around the state of Florida in a unmarked white van playing shows at bars in front of 12 people. It was a tough decision to make. We were 17.
Yeah.
Would have been a lot of Taco Bell in the truck. It was not a tough decision. It was fun, we were good, but we weren't that good.
So then what is the music, what's on your playlist when you are in season on a Mariners road trip?
When we're traveling, I don't know, there's something about, it's the only time I get to kind of turn off when we're on the plane, traveling to and from the park. So it's more of a mellow lullaby playlist, something to put me to sleep. Bon Iver, Dashboard Confessional.
Yeah, this is not what I would have pictured.
Yeah, a lot of acoustic, very mellow music to bring you down after a series win, after 4 Red Bulls.
After there's been a number. We've got some Red Bull habits that probably need to be altered if you're going to live a long life, because I don't know what that does to you.
The caffeine intake is
I mean,
it's off the
it's
charts.
baseball season. Also, have you seen me flinching like 4 times? We have sat completely still, and there are these very large trucks coming around the corner. We are in the right spot, but boy, have they cut this corner like real close, and I have flinched about 5 times while sitting still. I am in a stage where I will just drive silently. Instead of like trying to come down with music, I will just sit there, and maybe I'll open the windows, but just like, I don't know.
meditation.
Kind of.
While does your Tesla drive itself while you meditate?
It does not. But you know, it's kind of the same thing as you. There's so many things going on all the time, right? You've got people talking in your ear, you're watching multiple monitors and screens, and you know, you're trying to multitask all the time and keeping things straight. Sometimes I just want to sit there and not have any thoughts going through my head.
Exactly.
Sorry. Let me just make sure that you're still sitting there. That was a real short light, folks. My natural reaction. By the way, I don't know what I was going to do with that. Did you?
You stopped short.
That's my move. Hey.
Coming up next on Can I Drive Your Car?
We can edit it out, right?
We can. Are we going to? I'm not real sure right now.
Here's another trivia question for you. Pete joined the Mariners organization in 2016. He spent 3 seasons in the minor leagues before joining the big league staff, where he was named Major League Baseball Coach of the Year. What year did he earn that honor? Here are your choices. We'll bring you the answer in just a few. And now time for the answer to the trivia question about the year that Pete Woodworth was named MLB Coach of the Year. If you guessed 2022, you are correct. The pitching staff helped to propel the Mariners to a 90-win season and their first playoff appearance since 2001.
What's the most memorable drive you have ever taken?
The one to and from Florida Gulf Coast to my house in St. Pete. Yeah, my college was like 2 hours away, so I was able to bounce back and forth. I would just go home for, remember when the Rays were in the playoffs in 2008? I wouldn't skip class.
I was just about to say,
I
you
would go to class.
You would cut class. You would maybe duck out a little early from class?
I would not skip practice, but I may have missed a class to go home for a Rays Red Sox ALCS game.
Is that your first love, like, of sports in general? Was it baseball? Was it the Rays?
When I was a kid, I wanted to play basketball. I liked basketball. My aunt lived in Phoenix, and she took me to see the Suns and Dan Marley.
Yeah.
Charles Barkley. I don't know. I liked basketball. The Braves were on TBS every night. Maddox, Smoltz, Glavine,
Yeah.
Chipper Jones, Andrew Jones. And then the Devil Rays showed up in '98. My dad enjoyed baseball, so we went to a lot of games, and I don't know, just fell more and more in love with it, got more and more into baseball. It just kind of became everything.
I would have thought you would have been a good tight end.
Well, I kept asking every year when football tryouts were. And every year my dad was, oh, they're in a couple weeks. And I'd say, when are football tryouts? Oh, they were last week. Sorry, we missed it. That went on for like 6 years, and I never caught on.
You didn't just start a calendar of your own to keep track or have like your friends tell you, because it kind of feels like you also had terrible friends that were not telling you when tryouts were.
I guess I didn't have football friends either.
That's unfortunate.
I had baseball friends.
You need a therapy session to go through this. And I didn't anticipate that that's what this drive was going to be for. I will say we made it without any dings on your car.
That's a first.
Without running over. Not for me, maybe for you. Pete, there's nobody in this parking garage.
What are you talking about? Jared DeHart's here. He's always here.
Well, that means that he gets bragging rights today. I don't know where I'm going, and I cannot see because it is so
this is a tough parking garage.
Where am I going?
Go, keep going left. There used to be a green ATV parked over here, so I knew where my spot was. Really, any one of these over here.
Any one of which ones? Any one that says player?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do this. I was gonna try to back it in, and look, here's the thing.
You're good here.
Well,
you park it sideways.
I'm just gonna park it sideways. I just, like, the tinted windows really do add a degree of difficulty I was not expecting this morning. Wait, I feel like I'm still not straightened out. People, I can hit a parking spot the first try, but
Austin
you would
Powers.
not believe that today, would you?
Not with this boat. You
Did you
did
hear
it.
that sigh of relief?
You did it.
We did it.
Feel free to leave. This angry mob is chasing me, but don't feel bad. You were not the first to turn your cheek. Lay down, my sweet. Fall softly to the dreams. Pile the dirt on top of your own.
We made it to the ballpark. We didn't ding anything. We parked in the spot, and we learned a lot about Pete Woodworth. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for driving me to the ballpark.
Whew. Okay, also, why is it so hot in here? Did we have the heat on the whole time?
Whoops.
Oh my gosh, I'm dying.
Seattle.
I'm literally dying.